All right, welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Dollar Bin Digging. This is the video and article that I do for comicbookinvest.com, where I just put some books that you might be able to find in those cheap boxes, your dollar bins, or sometimes, I guess, $2 bins these days. So hopefully you're enjoying this and enjoying the content that I'm providing here on my channel, Rennavision. Please, if you do, like, subscribe, hit that alert button so you don't miss any of the content. Make sure you tell a friend, get them to subscribe as well, because I am very close to hitting 900 subscribers, at which point I will do another giveaway. I'm doing a giveaway at every 100 mark on the way to 1,000. So we got one more stop before we hit 1,000. So don't miss out. And yeah, sign up, subscribe, check out all the stuff that I got going on my channel, because I'm having a lot of fun talking about comics and toys and pop culture and whatnot. So hopefully you're enjoying it as well. So if you want to know what dollar bin books I want to talk about this week, just hang on for a second and I'll be right back with the books. All right, so what do we want to look at this week? This week, I want to look ahead to next week's release of a little movie that should be hitting theaters as well as HBO Max subscribers at home if you don't feel like venturing out. And that would be James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Yeah, it's not technically Suicide Squad 2. It's kind of a reboot. It's kind of not. I don't know exactly what it is, but here we are with The Suicide Squad. And we have some familiar faces as well as a ton of new ones showing up in this movie. So I'm looking forward to that, definitely. Now, what are we going to look at as far as books go? There are a few that, first appearances for all of these characters, many of which are very, very pricey. So we can't really expect to find them in dollar bins any longer. And I'm looking at you like Harley Quinn, that Batman Adventures 12. You're not finding that in a dollar bin anymore. I mean, if you are, you're extremely, extremely lucky, but that's not what we're pointing out here. Nor am I even pointing out King Shark or even Peacemaker's first appearance, which is in Fighting 5 a long time ago. But there are still plenty of other characters that are part of this crew that you can still find their first appearances pretty cheap. I did a video on this already a year ago, expecting this movie to drop, but then, the world became something different with the pandemic. So everything got delayed as far as comic book movies go. So last year's speculation became this year's speculation. So some of these books have already hit their highs, dropped back down to lows again, so you might be able to pick them up cheap once again. Now, seen a lot of, behind-the-scenes footage for these things. We're finally getting, we got plenty of trailers, and I'm looking forward to this because I trust James Gunn. I do. I enjoy his movies. I enjoy his sense of humor, and I think this is going to be an entertaining flick, personally. Now, again, plenty of new characters for us to cover, plenty of old characters for us to look at, but I'm probably going to focus in a little bit on the newer ones because, again, those first appearances for others could be a little bit tough. Now, the first one kind of toes that line a little bit, where this book kind of jumped a little bit, and it hasn't come back down all that much yet. But still, for Blackguard, you want to look ahead, and you want to look at, Pete Davidson's character in this movie is Blackguard. Now, he doesn't look exactly like the character that, from the comic books with that, magenta ponytail, but hey, they're going to give us something that I'm pretty sure is going to be pretty entertaining. So his first appearance is in Booster Gold #1. See right there, front and center on the cover. But this book, again, this one kind of spiked and it hasn't come back down like the rest, but that is by no means a reason not to keep an eye out for it. It's just the chances of you finding the Booster Gold #1 are probably pretty slim. So not really focused in on this one too much because this will be a tough find these days. That said, there were also Booster Gold rumors at one point, I believe, too. So I think that also kind of fed into why this book kind of heated up and got a little bit pricey and tougher to find in those cheap boxes. But still, Blackguard is one of those newer characters that who knows who's going to survive. Chances are most of these characters aren't going to make it out of this movie, so there isn't going to be a lot of long-term speculation going to them, but some of them might, and who knows what could come from that. And like I said, a lot of the speculation on these characters has already come and gone, but with the release of the movie, if it is popular and if it's a hit, I could see a lot of these things heating back up again. So all the more reason to go check those boxes now before the movie drops and everybody starts chasing, I guess, who the breakout character is going to be. Because while we can guess at a couple of them, you don't know for sure. Now, who seems to be pretty much a lead for this film is Bloodsport, which is Idris Elba's character, who's kind of taken that place of Will Smith's role as kind of like a lead, I guess like a team leader of sorts, a main guy to follow, apart from Harley, who I'm sure she'll have a large role in this as well. And Bloodsport is probably one that's going to have maybe a lasting effect in the DCU. Maybe they keep him alive, or maybe he's the guy who sacrifices. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? But hedge your bets. Idris Elba is a great actor. I'm looking forward to see what he does with the role. I think they build him up pretty well in the trailer, talking about the kryptonite bullet and all. So I am looking forward to him showing up on screen and just being great. But we'll see. And again, another book that heated up for a while, but kind of dipped back down a little bit. So you can keep an eye out for this Superman #4. There's a lot of copies, which is why I think you got to dip. But just keep a lookout for it, because you never know. This is still a solid book to pick up if you can find it at a dollar bin. So Superman #4 is the first Bloodsport, and one that I'd say keep an eye out for just in case. Again, not new spec or anything like that. Kind of rehashing a bunch of old stuff, but that's where we're at. Because again, this movie was supposed to come out a long time ago, but it's finally coming out next week. And Bloodsport looks like he's going to have a very big role in this film. Somebody now who may not have such a large role in this film and could be a sneaky book that you can find is Mei Ling, and she has Mongal showing up on screen for the very first time. Now, I know we all know Mongal is just related to Mongol, and that is more the character people would like to see on screen, more the bigger bad, but she's still an interesting character nonetheless, and yes, maybe she doesn't make it through. Who knows? Who knows? But for her first appearance, you can find that in this Showcase 95 #8. I found a couple of these in the dollar bins back in the day. I think these are probably back there still in those bins because, again, she's not that popular of a character, but who knows what her screen performance will bring out of this. And if, she'll hang around and make it past this movie. Still something to keep an eye out for because there's not a lot of Showcase books to find, to go dig for anyway. So if you hit a run of Showcase and especially Showcase 95, this is one you want to keep a lookout for. And you can see Mongol is on the cover there, but Mongal's first appearance is inside. So who knows what we might get out of her. Still, could be something, could be nothing, but that's what we're talking about here. Again, dollar bin books. These are dollar investments. So if it doesn't pan out, you lost $1. Nothing to get too upset about. Now, the largest character, or the biggest character probably spinning out of this little movie is going to be Peacemaker. I mean, John Cena is he's popular right now. He just came off of the Fast and the Furious 9 movie. He's back on WWE for the Summer of Cena. He's got, Peacemaker showing up in the Suicide Squad movie, and he's getting his own series on HBO Max featuring this character. So Peacemaker is probably one to watch. Now, as I mentioned early on, you're probably not going to find that Fighting 5 in a dollar bin. You're just not going to. This book got super pricey already, and I don't think this dipped. This hasn't come back down because as soon as we knew he was filming a HBO Max series as well, this still got hot. As is his first of this uniform, this costume that you might see here from the 60s for the regular Peacemaker comic book here. That one is also tough to find and not something you're going to find at a dollar bin. But just be aware of it. Just be aware of it. But Cena is probably going to be one of the breakouts of this movie, and just something that's kind of heated up a little bit, but you can still probably find hiding in those boxes are that 1980s mini series for Peacemaker, because it's just one of those things you can find tucked away in the stacks of DC books that nobody really cares about. And this is one that you might be able to still sneak every once in a while. And I think this actually does all right now. This also kind of got pulled up as well in that upswell of Peacemaker books, especially after that Blue Beetle book kind of like died on the vine. Once we knew that's not the Peacemaker we're getting this classic look with this crazy helmet and red, white, and blue outfit. So looking forward to John Cena showing up in this movie and being entertaining. Now, another James Gunn favorite is playing this character of Savant. Who knows? Rooker is a great actor. I love seeing him in movies, but I have no idea the longevity of this character, Savant, that he's going to be playing. Definitely an interesting look that he has with the long white hair and all that. But if you want to find the first appearance for Savant, you're going to have to look for it in Birds of Prey 56. Not a lot of Birds of Prey books to go digging for, but this is one of them. 56 is one, and I think Black Alice is in like 76 or in the 70s somewhere. It's another one that's good to go dig for, and then like Oracle. There's a few books, but for like 150 issues, there's like a handful that are worth grabbing, and then the rest are pretty much just dollar bin fodder. So while you're digging through that fodder, maybe you find a 56 and you get yourself a first savant in that pile. Just something to keep an eye out for. Yeah, doesn't hurt to know. And this is a character I can't imagine is going to linger or hang around at all. This has got to be one that dies rather quickly. The detachable kid, who Nathan Fillion is a personal favorite of mine. And again, another James Gunn favorite. But this has cameo, quick appearance written all over it because, I mean, come on, his arms come off. This is Arm Fall Off Boy. Has now been renamed the Detachable Kid for the film. I can't see this. But then again, who knows? Maybe he does hang around and he makes it through. And we see him in something else going down the line just for fun. I don't know. But Arm Fall Off Boy, the Detachable Kid, I'll put my faith in Fillion to give me something entertaining. So I am looking forward to see what he's got, to give us. But the first appearance for Arm Fall Off Boy would be Secret Origins number 46. This bright blue cover. So when you're digging, you see the Secret Origins book, look for this bright blue cover, and you can get his first appearance pretty cheap. Just something you can go digging for, something fun to find while you're out there, digging through those boxes. Because you never know. You never know. Until next week when we actually see the movie, as a whole, or most of us get to see the movie because I'm sure like reviewers and whatnot have seen it. But I will put some faith in Fillion to see what happens. But who knows? Definitely looks entertaining. And the Detachable Kid probably won't make it through, but who knows? Who knows, right? And then the last one I just kind of want to talk about is a potential for a character to kind of, be a fan favorite because he's just weird. And that's Weasel. I mean, going to be played by Sean Gunn in the mocap suit. This creature just looks crazy. Like those eyes just freak me out in the trailer. But at the same time, it could be a good source of comedy. Could be, entertaining. So Weasel could be one of those sneaky characters that actually becomes a hit and, hangs around for a little bit. You get like a little tease at the end that he made it through somehow or he escaped. I don't know. It's just one of those weird little things. But if you're looking for Weasel's first appearance, you can find it in Fury of Firestorm number, I can't even read that number. Is that 38? I think it's 38. But this is the book where you're going to find first appearance of Weasel. And if he's a hit, there you go. If he isn't, well, like I said, I'm talking about dollar bin pickups here, folks. So don't go investing a lot of money. Don't be going buying these books at market highs right now, if there are any highs. Because, again, a lot of these are cheap again. I was looking recently, and they all seem to fall back down. But who knows? Maybe they bounce back. Maybe they never do. But this way, for $1 or $2, you can get yourself some cheap first appearances, just some fun stuff put in your collection. I don't know. Just saying. But wanted to cover the Suicide Squad because, again, it's coming next week. I'm kind of excited. I haven't been excited for a DC movie in some time. So this is kind of a new experience, or a new experience once again to be excited. I haven't been this excited since the first Wonder Woman. But we'll see how it goes. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the content that I'm doing here. And, we all enjoy the movie. But thanks again for stopping by. Hopefully you like these books. Tell me what you think in the comments section. I know this is old stuff, not new books that we've talked about, but I felt like it's still time to talk about them again because the last time I think I covered these was a year ago. I think it was August of 2020. So after a year, I think it's fair game to bring these back up considering, we got a movie coming. So why not do a little reminder, right? So that being said, please like, subscribe, hit that alert button so you don't miss anything. Check out the article and all the other articles over on comicbookinvest.com. And tell some friends, get them to subscribe to my channel so we can hit that 900 subscriber count so I can give away more books. Now, thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you next time.